Welcome to the FG Podcast. I'm your host, Football Galaxy, and today we're going to talk about Juventus, how Ronaldo is training with them, and how the Galaxy have been doing since El Tráfico on July 20. What was it again, Fred? Like July 26th, I think. I think it was July 26th. It was on a Thursday, so we're going to talk about that. And I think this is going to be it. So, those are the two main topics we're going to talk about today. First off is Ronaldo to Juventus, of how it's going to be. How came out that he's training with Juventus now. So, we're going to talk about how Juventus will probably be benefited because of having Ronaldo. I think it's probably one of the best transfers they've ever had in their history. I mean, think about it. They signed the best player in the world. So it's going to be a huge step up for them, and they're going to be the monsters of Serie A. So it's going to be really interesting how they're going to go. Oh yes, thank you, Fred. The third topic we're going to talk about today is the MLS All-Stars, considering how tomorrow, on August 1st, the All-Star game will play against Juventus. So we're going to talk about that later on. But first, Ronaldo to Juventus. Okay, let's talk about how Juventus could be with Ronaldo. I think now that Juventus has Ronaldo, they're going to be the true monsters of Serie A. I mean, think about it. They have Higuain, they have Dybala, they have Mandzukic, or I really do not know how to pronounce his name. And, I mean, they did have Buffon, but Buffon is now in PSG. But they have one of the best attackers in the world. So now that they have an even bigger attacker, their midfield and attack are going to be unbelievable, guys. It's going to be just insane. Like, they're totally going to dominate. Like, not even Roma can now beat these guys, and since now they have freaking Ronaldo, dude. He may be older than Messi, believe it or not, but he is still a beast to soccer. In fact, I'm pretty sure no player besides Messi himself can even catch up to Ronaldo. Not even Zlatan, and I'm a big fan of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but let's think realistic here. Not even he himself can catch up to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's a huge giant. I really hope that I get to see him play against the MLS All-Stars tomorrow with Juventus, but some more people actually doubt it than people actually saying yes, he will. But I don't know. I really wish that he will, but I think it could be possible that he won't even show up in the All-Star game. But whatever. Maybe it could be for the best. I don't know. But it's like, it's already done. If there are people talking about it still, about how they're totally not cool with Ronaldo moving from Roma to Juventus, I say they should stop, because it's already done. You can't change it. It's already happened. Real Madrid can't do anything. Juventus is totally appreciating this decision, this choice. In fact, there was an article saying, I think isn't Chiellini in AC Milan? He is in Juventus, right? Anyway, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting confused with Bonucci, but Chiellini, he said that he thought it was impossible of Juventus signing Ronaldo. Well, you know what they say about how the impossible can sometimes become the possible. So it is possible, and it already happened. So it's like probably one of the biggest transfer news on the whole year, besides the transfer of PSG signing Neymar. But that was like. Wasn't that like last year, Fred? It was either last year or in the beginning of this year, but I think it was the beginning of this year. I kind of forgot, but I'm pretty sure that the Ronaldo transfer totally took the soccer news by storm. Like Twitter, Facebook, the social media, it totally took the whole world by shock. So it was pretty cool. I think Ronaldo got another big headline, so what if Real Madrid now signed Messi? That would be really interesting. But I mean, for one thing, we will not be seeing Real Madrid. Ronaldo against Messi anytime soon until Barcelona plays against Juventus, which could be possible only in the Champions League. Until then, the big derby, or rivalry, in other words, will not be seen in a while, considering how Ronaldo's not in Real Madrid anymore. So let's see what happens. I guarantee you Juventus is going to win first place in Serie A. If they don't, it's going to be a surprise indeed. But I'm pretty sure they're totally going to take the league by storm this season upcoming. So This is going to be really interesting for Juventus. As for Real Madrid, it's going to be really interesting how they don't have their star player. But they are thinking of sending Mbappe or Hazard. Maybe even both. Now, I can totally see Mbappe in Real Madrid, but as for Hazard, I'm not quite sure. I can see Hazard in a Premier League team, but not really in a La Liga team. For Mbappe, I can totally see him in Real Madrid. In fact, if the next day I hear that Real Madrid signs Mbappe, I will not be surprised at all. The question is, will PSG want to actually sell him away, considering how he is pretty much one of the biggest national heroes out there? So we'll see what happens in the soccer world in the future. Now, on to the second topic. El Tráfico. The Galaxy against LAFC. The first time the Galaxy ever been to Bank of California Stadium. The first time El Tráfico has ever been hosted in Bank of California Stadium. And it could have been the perfect chance for LAFC to beat the Galaxy for the first time in their history. So this second match was pretty historical. One, it was literally a rematch. Two, it could have been some events, historical events could have happened in Bank of California Stadium history. Which some did, actually. I mean, the Galaxy came in, and it was the first El Tráfico. Third, LAFC could have made club history by defeating their crosstown rivals for the first time, but that didn't happen. In fact, the Galaxy to this day still are unbeaten by LAFC, and as a Galaxy fan, that's amazing. As an LAFC fan, I'm pretty sure it's pretty much, not amazing. Considering also the fact that they also made lots of violations in this Bank of California Stadium. I think it was about seven seats that were destroyed or broken. I'm not sure, probably even more than that. I thought it was 7, but I'm pretty sure it was more than that. Lots of violation from LAFC fans to the Galaxy fans, which was pretty messed up. I really hope that the commissioner or whatever, Fred, what's it called? The MLS authorities. We're gonna call it that way because I forgot what they're called, but I'm just gonna call it that way. I hope the MLS authorities can, give them some sort of punishment. Cause that's just messed up, really, guys. Okay, look, I understand that LAFC lost their lead from a 2-0 win to 2-2 tie, but seriously, that's how you treat fans from your rivals? Freaking morons! Before you get angry, let's just talk about how the Galaxy are doing. So the Galaxy, once again, they continue on with their crisis. Well, not crisis, but curse. Let's call it a curse of letting goals be conceded, and that's something they have to stop doing. This is possibly the third, fourth, fifth game in a row that this happened. These games, they have always let their opponents score first, and then they have to go through the trouble of making a comeback. In fact, I think the last time the Galaxies had the lead was in Columbus. Yeah, in Columbus, it was a 4-0 win, and I think since then the Galaxy have maintained the lead for the first time of the first half. Until then, they just let their opponents take the lead instead, and then they have to go through the trouble of freaking making a comeback. I mean, you've seen the freaking Orlando game of how they freaking led 2 stupid goals, and then on top of that, Michael Ciani makes a stupid freaking auto goal to make matters worse. And then you're losing from 3-2, and if it weren't for Zlatan, the Galaxy would have lost 3-2. Or not even 3-1. Yeah, no, they could have lost 3-1 if it weren't for Zlatan. Thankfully, Zlatan made his first MLS hat trick, not only for the Galaxy but also for the league, for his MLS career. And they won 4-3, the same exact score against LAFC, a 4-3 win for the Galaxy against Orlando City SC. 3 goals by Zlatan Ibrahimovic, 1 goal by Giovanni Dos Santos, and the Galaxy continued on their 9-win unbeaten streak, which is awesome. But what is not awesome, in fact, Ashley Cole even said so himself, they got to stop conceding more goals, especially, and even Ziggy Smith said this himself, and he was pissed off about this. He is not happy of how his team is struggling in conceding goals in the first half before the Galaxy can even score a goal, and he's not happy with the fact that he has to go through the trouble. Yes, I know, Fred, this is the third time I'm going to say this. He has to deal with the fact that his team has to make a comeback and try to, dig themselves out of a freaking defeat. So, the Galaxy needs to stop doing this, or else they're freaking going to lose the MLS Cup, which is highly probable, considering how they are. Seriously, 3 goals against you guys, like, oh, this is totally bullcrap, guys. Like, they really need to stop conceding goals. That's their main problem, and for some stupid reason, they just can't fix that. David Bingham needs to fix that too. In fact, I remember that some Galaxy fans out there were really pissed and saying how freaking Bingham is, trash. I'm like, he's not really trash, but I think since the LAFC game, he hasn't had that much confidence. Confidence is something that is really weird, because if you have too much confidence, then something bad happens to you, and then you lose it. But if you don't have confidence, then a good thing happens to you, and then you're like, oh, well, this turned out to be good. But like I said, confidence is a weird thing. But I think it's better for you to have it than to not have it. Because, I just really think that it's better for David Bingham to have more confidence than to not have confidence, because if he doesn't have any confidence, then that's how you concede goals. So that's something they have to fix, and hopefully the Galaxy can fix this problem of conceding goals before they enter the MLS Cup playoffs, because the next game is against Colorado on I think it's a Saturday on August 4th. I believe that's a Saturday or a Sunday. It could be a Sunday. I think it's Sunday. Fred, can you check that out, please? Fred is gonna check it out for me really quick. I do believe it is a Sunday. It is a Sunday. Colorado Rapids, they're gonna play against them at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So they still have time to fix that problem, but they gotta do it before the MLS playoffs, because once you're playing for the cup, and since they're doing the race to say, so trying to get their 6th MLS Cup, one thing they have to fix is stop letting their opponents score goals, and stupid, silly goals. And I quote, it was silly goals. In fact, actually, you know what? Let me rephrase that. Quote, silly and sloppy goals. That's what Ashley Cole said. That's what Ziggy Smith said, that they gotta stop letting silly and sloppy goals get conceded. And I totally agree with that. In fact, I'm pretty sure every Galaxy fan out there agrees with that. You gotta stop doing that, because you're not gonna have good luck. And in fact, like Ashley Cole said, it's gonna be time sooner or later that the goals and the defeat will catch up to them. Because right now they're lucky. Did you know that right now this 9 unbeaten streak games has not been achieved by the Galaxy since 2016? So this is pure luck. Against Colorado, that is a win. I just really hope they do not let Colorado score a goal. Now, I'm not saying that like let it be like a 5-0 win. Like, that would be awesome, but okay, what I'm saying is, I know it's possible that Colorado could score a goal, but don't let it be a stupid goal that the defense could obviously have not prevent it. Like, seriously, against Orlando, they had horrible marking against the Orlando attackers. Justin totally had a perfect chance. Dom Dwyer, he totally had a perfect chance. The Galaxy totally could not do it, and they let them score the goal. So, like, if they're gonna score a goal against you, then it has to be a decent one, not a stupid one that slips right through you. You gotta be more defensive. That's something that the Galaxy hopefully can achieve later before the playoffs begin. Alright, so now on to the MLS All-Stars. We got news earlier this week that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not in the All-Star match, and that pretty much darn sucks. LA Galaxy spoke to the MLS commissioner. Why do I keep saying MLS commissioner? They sent out a message about saying that they're not going to let Zlatan Ibrahimovic participate in the 2018 MLS All-Star Game. And believe me, that news took MLS by a shock, because everyone was expecting to see Zlatan for the first time being in an MLS All-Star match. And my gosh, does it suck so bad that they're not going to let him. Now, here's the question. Why are they not going to let him play? Well, at first, my opinion thought, well, the Galaxy needs Zlatan, like, at all costs. So, I understand. So I'm going to let that one go. But knowing the well-known fact that the next game for the Galaxy is on Sunday and the All-Star game is on Wednesday, why do they not let Zlatan go? And that's something that pretty much got me confused, because, I had that theory and now it's gone because I really do not know anymore. So that's a weird thing that Zlatan Ibrahimovic cannot play. Even Zlatan himself said that it was kind of sad. He was really looking forward to play against his old club, Juventus. So it's that. That's that. So we can't do anything about it. Also, David Villa is not even going to play either. Now, that's something I totally understand because I was reading an article saying how to David Villa, he was kind of recovering from an injury. So I get the idea that you want to see your big guns. So that's why I'm going to let this go. But Zlatan Ibrahimovic and David Villa, one of the two legendary players in the league, not playing for the All-Stars. That kind of sucks. The All-Stars are lucky to have Joseph Martinez and Miguel Almiron playing. Because if it weren't for those two, MLS All-Stars would have zero chance, if you ask me. So, yeah, it just sucks for that. Now, as for the question, who do you think will win between MLS All-Stars and Juventus? This is a tough question for me, to be honest, because with Zlatan in, I thought that MLS would have a chance. But now that he's not in, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Now, considering the fact that MLS has Joseph Martinez, Carlos Vela, Graham Zuzi, Lawrence Simon, Miguel Almiron, these guys have been dominating the league. Let's be honest; they've been really good players. That's why they're in the All-Stars, for crying out loud. Juventus has Higuain, Dybala, Mandzukic, whatever his name is, the guy from Croatia, and Chiellini. These guys are one of the best European stars and national heroes. So it's a tough decision, but considering the fact that Juventus is probably one of the top 10 best clubs in the world, I think I'm going to go with Juventus. Believe me, I was surprised as all heck last year when MLS All-Stars tied 1-1 against Real Madrid. That was unbelievable. Bale was playing, Benzema was playing. It was a huge surprise. But Juventus, they're like giants as well. So I honestly want to think that Juventus is going to win. But I will not be surprised if it's a tie. That is for sure. I will not be surprised if it's a tie. If MLS wins, though, then that will be a surprise to me. But if it's a tie, I will be satisfied. But if I think realistic here, I honestly think Juventus might have a chance. I'm going to call it a 2-1 win to Juventus. If not, a 2-2 tie for MLS and Juventus. So that is it for this FG podcast. We took already down the 3 main topics for today. On Friday, I will be posting an FG podcast as well. I might do a live stream, so keep that in mind. I might do a live stream on Friday, and I will try to get Valparaiso to come into the show. The main topic, and it will be the only main topic as well. The main topic or subject, whichever, that for that episode will be the things we want for FIFA Mobile 19. So you can. I think the reason why I'm gonna want it to be a live stream, so that way people can come into the chat room and say their opinions of what they want for FIFA Mobile 19 to be. So it's gonna be an exciting episode, probably one of the best ones in the FG podcast show series. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be fun. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a great conversation with Valparaiso. Talk about what we want for FIFA Mobile 19 and what EA needs to fix, because everyone hates EA, especially when it comes to FIFA Mobile. Let's be honest, guys. So besides that, stay tuned for the next episode of the FG podcast on Friday, possibly Wednesday. It depends, because tomorrow is the MLS All-Star game. So if there's time on Wednesday, I probably will do it, but most likely on Friday. So if we want to get technical, 70% Friday, 30% Wednesday. Mostly Friday, but if there is time on Wednesday, I'll probably do it tomorrow. But mostly Friday. So yeah, stay tuned for that for the next episode of the FG podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, or share with your friends. Stay tuned for more videos on the Football Galaxy channel. And until then, thank you guys for listening again, and have yourselves a great Galaxy night.